both filmed us with their cell phones while on county time. That means those videos are also Cora acceptable, and they will be turned over to us. If you don't do it voluntarily, it'll be done through a Kansas Attorney General's order if we have to. And are you saying yes, that's what we have to do to get those?
Bring it.
Bring it?
Bring it.
Mr. Dean, would you like to talk to your commission about the kind of behavior they're having toward Kansas law right now?
Love you, baby. You're beautiful.
A couple of years, things may change when all the kids grow up and start wearing ties and going to the polls.
You ever have that feeling where you're not sure if you're awake or still dreaming?
Anything else?
So a number of weeks ago, we came to Elk County. And the reason we came here was because of an arrest that occurred out in front of this courthouse. An arrest that was seen in court hearings, and an arrest that revolved around the unconstitutional demand that people push that buzzer and identify themselves to get into this courthouse. The People's Building, where tax business is done, city clerk business is done, title and records business is done. This is the People's Building. When we came here clueless to what we would encounter here. We had no idea what people in the county building were like. We had heard what the sheriff's office was like, but we had never met any of you folks, never interacted with you. The moment that we walked up to this building and came inside its doors, we were met with aggressive hostility across the board, including out on the street in a public event that Mr. Hendricks was at. Aggressive hostility for no reason. Ms. Gillette has levied several lies about us in court documents. The sheriff's office has done the same. Mr. Love and Mr. Walker perpetuated a lie about us being charged with some crime, same as he did with somebody named Nicole and another person named John here. I've spoken a number of times about the Cora requests that I've submitted that have yet to receive a proper response. I want to thank Carrie for responding that she has received them and worked on them. But according to Kansas statute, which Mr. Dean likes to tell us that we don't understand, according to Kansas statute, a response is required within 3 days. That response has some options of what it can include. It can include the flat denial and a quoted statute for that denial. It can include responsive records being provided, possibly with a fee being charged if necessary. The third option that it can include is a response indicating that the records are being located and worked through, whatever review process is needed, and give us a date when we can expect to receive those records. None of those responses have come to me. Now, several times it's been referred to other people that they've received responses, and that's a blanket, we've responded. I have not received responses to the Cora requests that I gave to Carrie. I gave her copies of them last week. There are a number of video requests that I've made. Body cam footage that has me in it, which Mr. Dean knows according to 45-254, I have the right to access that footage and receive it. Your county employees, Don Sanders and Ms. Kaminska, I believe is her name, both filmed us with their cell phones while on county time. That means those videos are also Cora acceptable, and they will be turned over to us. If you don't do it voluntarily, it'll be done through a Kansas Attorney General's order if we have to. And are you saying yes, that's what we have to do to get those?
Bring it.
Bring it?
Bring it.
Bring it. Mr. Dean, would you like to talk to your commission about the kind of behavior they're having toward Kansas law right now? Because this is exactly what I talked about. You try to accuse us of being unlawful, and you behave in a manner that just flaunts the law pathetically, Mr. Hendricks. Bring it. Bring him. I will do that at your request, since we know that's how things get done. But quite honestly, I've got your whole policy manual here that you guys have been holding out on. Been holding out on it all this time. And that policy that he talked about no recording, that is, let me give you a policy number on these so that you can reference those. because I expect something to be done about them. Because these are actual policies in your manual that you are basically signing on and saying you support when you put these in effect. Justin, do you have a number in that picture? Let's give you direct references. And I noticed that this policy manual does not get updated completely. It looks like it just has amendments put in it from time to time. But I find
4014.
40.14 is your policy on no, at the very end of it is your policy on no cell phone recording by county employees. And you have 2 county employees willfully violating that. Your Sheriff's Department Policy Manual 2301, implemented 2/10/2023 with a review date of 1/2/2025, states that we have to be escorted in the sheriff's building, period, in the lobby. We have to have an escort there. And I also find no reference here to no recording inside the sheriff's lobby. I find no reference to any kind of ID requirements, which have been stressed upon us multiple times. So you guys don't follow your own policies, but you want to criminalize us for the words that we say. Now, as you noticed, I didn't use any of those words today. Ask yourself why? Because you didn't tell me I couldn't.
I can't hide.